first, this time about a year ago, the General Assembly's two oversight committees are getting an update on where things stand with demolition and the timeline around the failed westbound side of the Washington Bridge. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. RIDOT Director Peter Alviti is the only witness testifying. Target 12 investigator Alexandra Leslie was at last year's hearing and joins us live back at the State House. Alex, what have we learned from tonight's hearing so far?
Well, Shannon, ongoing litigation and a very strict procurement process is really keeping Director Peter Alviti from telling us the questions that we all want to know. How much will the bridge cost, and when will it be done? As we've reported, there are now two companies that are in competition with each other and to be the winning bidder to design and build the new bridge. But Alviti says RIDOT will be ready to make the award as scheduled on June 6th. In the first part of this hearing, we heard from attorney Caroline Thibault. She was asking Alviti the questions we all want to know about the price and timeline. But now with the restrictions I mentioned on those answers, we didn't learn anything new. In the last few weeks, though, a federal funding freeze has also called into question if the federal dollars earmarked for the bridge are at risk. Alviti says the governor is in constant contact with the federal delegation and says that RIDOT has been working closely with the Federal Highway Administration.
We have always made it a practice at DOT to have a Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C in place on any of our projects, and to make damn sure that before we start a project, we have the assurance of having the funds in place to be able to execute that. That's the case with this. That's why for a project with an estimated value of $370 million, we currently have $713 million worth of funding available for us to use between state and federal funds. It would be extremely advantageous for us to have these two funds, and necessary for us to have these two grants, or these three grants actually, move forward and be provided to us. But in their absence, we have the funding in place through the Garvey debt and other sources that I outlined for you to be able to build a bridge.
We also heard a lot about the eastbound bridge, the open eastbound bridge that we're all using right now. Alviti says that half of the new technology that's being installed on that bridge is in. We're waiting for the second half of it, the safety features of that technology, to be installed sometime in March. The hearing is still underway right now. I'll have another update for you coming up, new at 6. For now, live in the State House, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.